Alright, so today we're going to be watching the One Piece Nationals Finals for Japan. It is Uta versus Katakuri are the two decks here. I do know for sure Uta's one of them. Also up to the guy has a green deck, as you know, you get that little match going on. But yeah, they're getting ready. Japan really knows how to throw an event too, because like you'll see this setup if you've never watched one of their games. You're gonna see this amazing setup that they have going on, and of course, keeping it, setting out the life. Yep, there's the Katakuri, and then setting out their life. 5. Making sure everything's good, getting ready to start. And now look, they got these little things that you can set your hand on. And they also will have hand cams, so it's phenomenal. But I saw a Eustace, which is really strong. I think that card's underappreciated. So we got Eustace, Luffy, Mihawk. Mihawk's a nice 2K. And we've got Uta and Zoro. The Mihawk is a very nice addition. Plus, this is Extra Booster 01. If you're unfamiliar with the set, it adds in, is that Flambe? That's the two 1K, the 1 drops that are the 2 plus 2K for him. You've got that. And then you've got a 2K for Film. So now Film has 2 searchable 2Ks, which is big because previously we only had 1. And you could risk bottom decking those. And you have the blocker. Bluno is a blocker. And you get this 4/5 Sanji that's a 2K. That is actually, like, can be aggressive. So, I'm sure they're getting ready. And there we go. Look, that's amazing. They got such a quality setup. But starting things off, 1 Don, no plays. Go ahead and pass. I'm intrigued to see if he's going to play. I guess he plays Mihawk next turn. Yeah, obviously don't want to play those Flambés. I think it's Flambe and draws I Am Invincible. So now we're at 3, so they can play Mihawk, but that does give up a 2K counter. They are swinging 3. They could just play Uta. They could just play the Uta. You do have to worry about Gedatsu, though, which is unfortunate. They can't Gedatsu this turn, but anything you play will probably get Gedatsu'd on the following turn. Playing the Uta, because, yeah, they're going to go 2, 4, and then on 6, they can swing 7 and play Gedatsu and pop. So I always hate playing things on my curve before, because it's just going to get Gedatsu'd. Every single time. It's never not gotten Gedatsu'd. Swinging 5. Bold to take that. I always hate taking the 5 swing just because. Ooh, that's the Nami. Great card. Great card. Okiku. Broken. Insane card for yellow because trigger, you can just play this card. There might be a life requirement, but then also if your opponent has, I think if they have 3 or less life, you gain a life. So 6, draw 1. The Luffy. Strong. So they can go Luffy into the Nami. They might just play the Nami this turn, though, in search. I'm intrigued to see if they play Zoro or Nami. Zoro gives you the body, but Zoro's also getting gone. Yeah, they're going to play the Nami, because then they're going to replace that card and potentially get some counter in hand, too. But now Nami's going to get Gedatsu'd. If I remember correctly, they had a Gedatsu. 3. So there's that. There's the 2K Sanji I was mentioning. He gains 1,000 power with 1 Dawn attached for every 3 rested Dawn. So he could potentially be a 9K swinger if you tap all your Dawn. It has to be tapped, though. It has to be rested. Cannot be attached Dawn. Yeah. Yeah, so he's got double Gedatsu. So obviously swing 7. Might probably swing 6, swing 7 Gedatsu unless they want to protect the Okiku. Probably won't swing until they know for sure that they have 3, I believe. And that looked like a Satori. So he's going to get a body when he gets hit next. And then put it at the bottom. Interesting. Maybe, that was Satori, right? He's going to take it. Now he's going to play Gedatsu. Pop the Nami. Yep. He's going to swing 6. I think you just give him the Mihawk. He's going to take it. Bold. Huge hand, though. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter what life you are if you drop a Eustace. because then you're an 8k leader. So like I get it. And then on 7 you can play Luffy into whoever. And then on 9 you can play Eustace. Ideally drop like an Uta blocker or even the Blue No blocker, which is big. So going 5, which means they're going to use on their 7 Dawn turn, so you already know the Luffy's coming. Yeah, it looks like he's going to Luffy and then Luffy into Nami. Maybe he took the extra just so he couldn't get Gadatsu'd again. Now we go back here, we restand. Still got a Gadatsu. It looks like that's the Alt Art 10 drop Big Mom. I believe it was the 10 drop that got an alt. Maybe it was the... Yeah, it's the 10. And then you got another Okiku again, just because like you can't answer Okiku without being punished, which is what the crazy part is. And it looks like that might be the Amande 2K full art. Yeah, it is. So yeah, you got the 10 Mom, you got 2 2Ks essentially, Gadatsu and Okiku. So you could play another Gadatsu, but he can't pop anything. So it wasn't the worst choice to go down to 2. 6. Gonna take it again. Wow. I mean, I guess, like, because Eustace is coming down. Eustace is coming down. And then they got to follow up Eustace. The only thing worse to answer than 1 Eustace is 2. And they only have 1 Big Mom. So if you can eat through their counter and then take it out. And they have Invincible, which is very strong. Plus, it also takes away the value. So I get it. They don't have Unblockable. And if they goes to the 10 Mom turn and he's at 0, all the value's gone. So maybe that's what they're going for. It's just that way, like, 10 Mom only heals. It's just like Whitebeard. I always say, I'm like, Uta's just green Whitebeard. Not a lot of people agree with me on that, but now he's going 7. He's got 7 Dawn left. Again, I'm not sure, like, what they would want to do. Maybe they're going to go 9. Taking it. Taking it. And then maybe they just sacrifice this Uta here. Yeah, they're going to go 9. And they're going to play an Okiku. Yeah, and then it gives up the Uta. Makes sense. And then plays the Okiku. Getting that no counter out of hand. Plus a card, again, it heals you. It might just be on KO. I know on KO, it's like gain 1 life. No effect. The Eustace is coming. Now the question is he's not going to swing 7. Because I don't think he has another blocker in his hand. But he's got a gigantic hand. And so then he's going to have the Nami protected behind that wall. And he's going to generate an insane amount of value. Oh, he does have the Uta blocker. So he can play the Eustace and bring out Uta. And I'm sure he's got a decent amount of counter in his hand. So if they want to play the 10 Mom on their 10 turn. This is also why it's so strong. They can't attack at all. If they want to play the 10 Mom. He's got double 10 Mom now. And Amaru. Might want to put that at the bottom. Oh, wait. He's not looking at it for swinging. He's probably... Yeah, no trigger. You don't want to trigger. You don't want to give up 2 cards on that. That would have been nice on the bottom, though. We're going to play Eustace. Eustace ability. And then we're going to go and then, boom, play the Uta. Super strong play. Now you've got 1 blocker. So if they swing 10, you just give them that. And then that costs at least 4 Dawn. Either from lead or from their characters. And using the restand ability of the Uta. Discarding the I'm Invincible. So now he's got 2 blockers. And he's got another Eustace. And another Luffy. Alright, so we got 2 2Ks. 2 Big Moms. Amaru. I don't know what that event does. I don't think it's... It might be reject. And he's got a mandate. So he's got 3 2Ks. 3 2Ks. That's it. Not a lot of counter. So he can either go like... If he plays Big Mom, he gains life, but he doesn't get to do anything. And then on your turn as Uta, you have the potential to draw 3 cards because you're going to draw a card for turn. And then you can draw a card from Uta and draw a card from Nami. So you go +3, which is very strong. And you already have a huge hand, and you have this Eustace that they have to answer. And you could still potentially like cast a blocker. So you could go 5, 7, 6, play Luffy ability, play something else. Probably not that, depending on how they do this turn, because you don't want to play over characters. So sometimes like you just like cast something, but not do like the full wide. I've played Luffy and not used the effect too, just because like it would KO a character, and then I get 10 drop me. This deck list also doesn't play a 10 drop. We'll look at the deck list after, but this deck list does not play a 10 drop, but it does play 4 of that Eustace. It decides the mirror, but again, it's an 8k leader. Nobody feels good, and I think red was the easiest deck to remove it. Like Sakazuki can, but like answering 2 back-to-back is hard. Okay, he's going 10. Going 10, he's going to give the, looks like he's counting his counter. You typically don't have a lot of counter either. So he's given up, it looks like that Sanji, the 2k Sanji, and then the 1k Zoro. And so now if he wants one more, he's got one more attack, and then he can go even. Going 9, which is kind of smart knowing that they don't have all the 2ks. And so it's like, do you have a 2k? And then they can do it again. And they're essentially demanding a 2k. So I think this is where we use that Mihawk. Yep, and then another 9. But again, no 10 mom, so you got rid of the value of the 10 mom. Actually, it looks like there's 2 more Eustace in his hand. Blocks it, which slightly tells your hand. You can still play another Eustace though, and use your search. So if you have a blocker, you could play Eustace. Ooh, is that backlight? Didn't swing with the Gadatsu, of course, because Okiku heals him. He could just go for game right here. Looks like maybe not. Well, let's see. You get like a good test of the waters. Gets the Brook. Brook would be very strong because he can... So you get the 2k. Now you're going to swing 6, draw 1. Again, gaining that value. So like all those cards you just got rid of. And the 2k. That's really good. That's really good. And so now you get another 2k. I know he doesn't have a ton of counter left. I think there's a Satori. There should be the Satori at the end of the life. But debating if he wants to swing. Yeah, you go 9. 9 lead. And then you can really decide how you want to operate after here. Still 8 Don left. So he can go play another Luffy. Yeah. Or 7. Yeah. Plays the Luffy effect. Maybe plays Brook, but also like there's no point unless because you're playing over something. So we might see Zoro come down because I don't believe he has a blocker. Yeah, it should just be Zoro. But now again, even if you do 10s and you don't have any big characters, you're at best case is getting 3 attacks like they have. That's 10-9-9. And you've got 1 life. And if you play Big Mom, you're definitely just done for. Unless your life is like double beige. If your life is double beige, you might make it out. But at 1 now, Amaru's live, but we don't have any small blockers. And you have 2 2Ks. That's it. It's not looking good. Not looking good. I think a part of that is just Katakuri just now plays a little bit more no counter. Just a little bit more than they did previously. Yeah, we got the Satori. We got the 2 Big Moms. You had the Big Mom established. It helps a lot. Gonna start that 10. You know he's got a 2K and a 1K. If you had that 10 Mom, 10 Mom swings 12. Pretty much eats a blocker guaranteed. So we got that 10. 2K, 1K. Probably going to go 3. Do the 9 again. Got 5 cards in hand. Probably goes... Oh, he's just going to go 8? Interesting. So 1K. 8. 1K. That makes sense because you know. That's fair. 8. Gonna go with the blocker. But now you have to survive this. And I don't believe I think mathematically you just win. Even like with their hand, because 7 swing demands 2 cards, you take it. And you just got set. You got so much. So you're gonna attach 1. You're gonna start off with 9. Because if the 9 hits, you just go all in. So do you have 9? And if they do, it costs them 3 cards. And they have 4 cards in their hand, then you can go like 7. And they have 2 cards in their hand, you have 3 swings. No matter what that life is, you should be fine. Because you can go 8, 8, 9. Taking it. Oh, it's a Maru. It wasn't Satori. Discarding 2 of those. It could be something nice. I still don't think, even if it's a Beiji, they take it. They have 2 attacks. Depending on how they do it. You do have 2 2Ks. You could make it. Let's see. I think you swing with Nami here first, just in case it's a Thunderbolt. I guess you swing with Zoro first. Lowest Dawn commitment, unless you really wanted to draw the card. Lowest Dawn commitment, 7. Oh, that's the one you discard it and another card, and it gives you 3,000. That's what that card is. So it's the yellow Bad Manners kick course. And so now they still have 4K. So you still need 3 attacks to connect. So it really comes down to, what is this life? What is this life? You still have the Uta blocker, which is big. So you can play the Uta and you have an event. So even if it goes very south, you're in a good spot. Even if this goes very south, you're in a good spot. Yeah, you just have to counter out of that. Because the next attacks can be gigantic, and if you take it, you're just done for if it isn't something. So now you know he has 1 card in his hand. You only need to swing 7. Only need to swing 7. So go swing 7, tap 1, search. Again, still has this Uta. So this Uta can play and restand. And then, is that New Genesis? Yeah, and so now you can search again for free. Boom, what is it? Oh, no trigger. It's over. There it is. There it is. GG's. But there is Uta. Again, just that Eustace hiding behind. And if you don't have any top-end cards, you just have to commit so much Dawn. And just like, yeah, it costs you your hand, but it buys you 2 turns. He was at 0 life. Came back. Opponent had 4. That's the power of Eustace Kid. Unfortunate on the Dawn side, but congratulations. Let's go ahead and take a look at that deck list. Right, and here we have the official deck list. As you can see here, there's this Bluno. It's just a 2-cost blocker, a 1K counter. So it's just a nice little blocker you can play off of Eustace. You've got 4 Usopp, 4 Nami, 4 Chopper, 4 Uta, 2 Mihawk. I believe you should be able to play the blocker off of Mihawk if you really wanted to, but Mihawk's really just like a 2K. And then you've got Zoro, you've got Brook, Staples, the new card that I mentioned, another searchable 2K. So you've got this, very strong. Again, you can play him for a body if need be, but yeah, it gives you that extra 2K counter. So we're playing 10 2Ks, which seems about standard. 4 I Am Invincible, which I did not expect. 2 Backlight, and then 4 Neogenesis the Searcher. And then we've got 4 Eustace and 4 Luffy. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think we will see more Uta in Extra Booster 01? And as always, if you found this content of value, if you could do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. It helps me out a ton, and I'll see you guys in the next one.